We're back at Winona. They extended their parking lot to go way all the way back in there now. Last time we were here was just up here. I remembered hiking a trail that was incomplete. We're going to see if that's completed on this trip. And it's been, it's been a year since we started hiking again. All started here. It's now been a year. So let's go see what that trail was finished or not. I forget what it's called. Earlier this morning we were hiking the Westcott Beach Deer Run Trail. And storm passed. Now it's upstate New York. So this morning at 10 a.m. the temperature was 60 and Sunday. Now the storms blew through. It's 45 at 5 p.m. So it dropped 15, 20 degrees just about. And it's like no longer shining. Alright, so our trailhead's right over here. So let's get to the trailhead. And they've been leveled this out too, it looks like. Oh yeah, there's a lot of construction stuff going on here this year too. Well, that's what your money pays for. Alright, here we are. We're on the Stonewall CC Camp Trail. We go in a little ways, and off to the right there's another trail. I forget what it's called. You see all the outhouses right there, so restrooms are provided. You see the construction about ready to happen somewhere. Well, last year we tried hiking this trail. I was all in awe about the natural spring where the trail ended, because it was incomplete at the time. So we're gonna see if it's complete now. It's been a year. I do get my trusty old just in case spray. Just in case. Oh. You know that pop? That's my ankle. This is interesting. Stonewall Trail continues this way. And again, the snow just melted, so they'll still have their winter stuff up. That's what these red signs and green signs are that you'll come across. That's where the snowshoe races and all that stuff, skis. It's for the winter activities. Let's put it that way. So they're still set up for winter activities. I don't recall seeing this last time. So, see if this trail's open now. It certainly gets used to vehicle heavy. They do not have a hiking map out yet this year. But if you remember last year, we went up that way. It's supposed to loop trail. We went up that way, went on the ridge, and that's the trail we were on originally and found that spring. And this trail went this way. We ended up to a swamp. So last year we've already seen part of this trail, so we're going to see what progress was made on it a year later. But I got these all marked up, so it could be completed. Yeah, it looks like it's completed. The only reason why I'm saying that is I got a blue trail marker ahead. I was just thinking of something stupid. and a marker behind me there going that way. So it must be completed. Again, I don't know the name. I'll know it by the posting of the video, of course, but I'm gonna have to dig out the old map from last year. This morning at Westcott, that hike this morning, remember how bad the wind was blowing? It's the same day. You would never notice it's the same day. It is still April 15th. The only difference is 5 in the afternoon. 5 hours later. This morning, sunny, 60, wind blowing. 5 hours later, cold, need a sweater. Clouded over, not a breeze in the air. Not one breeze in the air. And it's so still, you can hear Interstate 81 4 miles that way. Yep. But again, if you need to experience that, come on out and experience it yourself. I got a question for some viewers who might know. I've come across these so many times. Trying to see it there, it's so bright, it's brand new. New York State Department of Environmental Compensation Ski Trail. Now, how would you go about getting those? Does a state employee have to walk the trail to designate that? Or is that something you have to mail payment to the state to get those, or to have it? Does it have to be approved to be designated by the state to have those? You know, like for somebody to write off to clear it, make it a designated trail, or is that stuff you just get in the mail? Somebody could leave a comment, that'd be great. This is a New York State ski trail. Is that designated? Did a state employee walk this and go, okay, I give you the approval to put these blue markers up? We're now headed due east. This is the area where it was incomplete. Over here was getting logged at the time last year. So there's a stone wall they were logging over there last year, and this eventually fizzled out into a little swamp area. That's the part we're on right now. Okay, folks, we're coming into the new part of the trail. This is where we left off last year. If you remember, I think I included this log in the video last time. I'm not sure, but this is where the swamp part was. And it's now a path. So we've come to the swamp. If you look this trail name up from last year, this is where we had to turn around because this wasn't here yet. So you can see the trail clearly goes off. I think at one point in the last year video, when we got to this point, we zoomed in and seen, you know, the ribbon hanging out of trees, but now we could actually see the trail going straight down through there. Here we go. This is going to be new to me and you. There's a little culvert thing here. And another one here. See, I brought these muck boots just in case it was still a swamp. That's why I'm walking so loud. They're starting to annoy me actually, because every time I take a step it's ka-tunk, 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 ka-tunk. Sorry folks. You gotta dress for the occasion. Alright, we're now officially into the new part of the trail. These stone walls still fascinate the heck out of me. I know this one looks like it's for a property boundary. I'm going to get to a view here. And I'm going to ask you why it's so wide. Alright, normal stone wall looks like this. Okay, obviously a property boundary. But why is this one so freaking huge? It's like a burial mound. 40 feet long. Did I just hear cow moo? Turn up your volume after I say 40 feet long and you hear ooh. Now I'm hearing things. Yeah. Okay. What was after that? Now I'm hearing things part. I heard it again. There's no farms out here. That's what scares me. Well, let's crack this open right now. Get that ready. Anyway. Let's just keep walking deeper into the woods. So yeah, I thought that'd be a nice question for some people. See, it's like a small area here. It's clearly a property boundary. Because over there is not Winona land. That's a private land. It was logged. And then it just goes and triples in size. For a short duration. It might be 100, 200 feet long in that size. And it goes right back down to this. Here's another question for the viewer. Get some of you thinking. Oh, it's somebody's truck. Well, that's the cow mooing part. They must have been... anyway, that solves that mystery. I'm no longer creeped out until the next corner I turn. I see a bridge coming up. think the old map said this trail was like 1.5 miles long. And as of this video, this bridge is not even a year old yet. For those who visit after the fact, after a few 10 years or so, as of April 2022, this bridge isn't a year old yet. It's practically brand new. Assuming YouTube's still around in 10 years. Assuming this video is still around in 10 years on YouTube. That bridge is new, April of 2022. Not even a year old yet. This trail is new. The bridge is new. The whole trail is new. Man, I wish I could think of the name of the trail. Peaceful walk so far. There's the trademark. Tree growth. Right now I'm trying to see if there's a pattern to this. I'll show you what I mean when I get down here. These trees look like they're in some sort of pattern, in a straight line. Alright. So this might have been a road or a logging road or something. See, these trees here are in a straight line to here. And the hill I just come down, these trees are in a straight line. That's the pattern I'm trying to figure out. This kind of looks like old roadish, but up until that tree growth and rock I just showed you, there's nothing on that side. That's why I'm trying to find the pattern here. This kind of looks roadish though. Could have been an old logging road. It just seems odd. Trees in a straight line. Well, yeah. Trees in a straight line. Everything on this side. Opens. Yep, this was. Okay, I see it now. Yep, it's a logging road. This is all mowed down. And this has got a lot of, dense forest over where this doesn't. But now I'm seeing the tree stumps as I look closer. Of the tree stumps from long ago when it was logged. Alright, solves that mystery. This is an old logging road. Insert stupid joke. Oh, look at this. I got changed around for brand name. Some fresh spring water. Huh. This cap hasn't even been opened yet. Go figure, find spring water in the spring if you needed it. It's springtime, why not have a bottle of fresh spring water along the way that just grew there? You know what? Finders keepers. It's called trash, right? Even if it wasn't opened. While the eerie silence has finally opened up to birds chirping. Yay! I really feel like I'm out in the woods and not in Sasquatch Valley. It's the first bird chirp I heard since I've been walking. Oh yeah, there's all the old logging debris. Okay. Oh, more stuff's opening up now. There's another rock wall I just noticed coming up right here on that nice straight patch of trees. So that's the property boundary. And there you go, explains that, because all that over there is dense forest. Over here was logged. I'm gonna say about maybe 30 years ago, maybe less, considering on the growth of all these other trees. Yep, rock wall goes right down there. So it must be coming up to some sort of road if it's accessing from this way. There is a road that could be close by. Come to think of it, I don't know the name of it. It's a seasonal highway. Something looks out of place right there. A nice fresh new stone culvert. On this hike, I estimate to be about 3/4 miles on the hike. Yep, okay, there's an old log road right there. That's definitely an old logging road. Coming up to another old logging road, and this one's definitely clearly an old logging road. Old logging road going that way, trail come off that way. You can see where the skidders and stuff hit the tree going up through there. Again, this shows how long ago it was logged. Not that much decay. I just looked over and saw this bridge down there. I knew I was getting close to a road. Yeah, that's that unknown road. Creek shutting along there. And trail's heading back this way. So I guess I'm walking it backwards. I should have walked in the other end. Because then the creek could have been and a better view. There's got to be some way that you could look back into history, like whose property boundaries these would have been back in 1870. Yikes. I'm doing poorly on time. I gotta pick it up. It's gonna get dark in a half hour. Please tell me you're not the same one that was at the beginning of the video. Because if that's the same garden gnome that was hanging out on that sign at the beginning of the video, I'm running to that nearest road. I'm getting the heck out of here. The video ends now. Well, I will admit this trail is definitely worth the hike. If I can remember the name. I suppose don't have the sign posted up for it yet. The name of the trail when you first get on it. Might still be in the process. Now we're getting into some good stuff. Every time I stop the camera, thinking I'm all done, and stuff like this comes up out of nowhere. So now we're into somebody else's property. That's how much snow we get, by the way. Now I remember, I think it was, what is it, the Bronze Trail, I made a point. Why are the signs so high? Now, we gotta remember the Tug Hill gets feet of snow every year. Maybe 10 feet. I'm gonna estimate 10 feet. For me to be at the base of this tree and I can't even touch that, how do you think it got up there? So that tells me that was during the wintertime when there's still feet of snow on the ground. Just like your trail marker coming up here. You see the blue trail marker? Yes, you do. There's no place to set you down to see the actual height. But again, so the trail was marked in the wintertime, probably about the same time that Gatorade bottles put in here. Okay? So, here's my favorite tree. This is obviously standing on the ground. That's as high as I can reach. Either they hired Sasquatch or they had to put that up in the wintertime. Ah. Rock wall's gonna be a companion. See, now look at the old growth trees here. That's, you gotta experience this yourself. I mean, video can only do so much. I guess you could say I'm kind of here to, well, not really educate, but to show you. Like, if you want to hike a specific trail, I walked it. And if you think it's something you want to walk, you have to come here and deal with it personally. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make the edit. A lot of stuff that shouldn't be in the video that somehow makes the edit, like my stupid jokes and face pics, but gotta uphold YouTube algorithm. Speaking of algorithms, if I'm doing a good job, please leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing, if it's something anybody's interested in. This is more a railroad channel, but I've explained that at the beginning of the hiking videos, that due to the lack of trains on the St. Lawrence Sub lately, got me back into hiking, and that's a year ago this month. I've been hiking a year now. Head back to the car. Starting to sprinkle a little bit now. Rock wall's still our companion on the left here. So since we come across this side of the rock wall, when we walk through it, doesn't look like this forest has been touched at all by loggers. So. Coming through another property boundary rock wall here. This is the edge of this guy's property. Again, you have to be here to experience it. The creek is going to be right below us here real soon. Man, if I wasn't short on time, this would be a good place to take a lunch. Get something to eat, drink. I mean, got a decent bottle of water right here. Might just crack into some spring water here shortly. Don't ignore the fact I found alongside the trail. I know it can't be more than a year old. This trail wasn't here last year. But they better get going. I don't know how much further I got to go to get to the place that the trail had ended before the fact. We are now heading due west. Southwest. We're heading southwest. Yeah, this trail is definitely gonna make one of my top picks for the Winona. My top pick for Winona still is what's it called? Oh my god, I can't remember the name. There's so many names. Yeah. Overlook or Lookout Trail. The Lookout Trail. That's my number one half to see trail, is the Lookout Trail. This one probably will make the top 5. And follows the creek for a good duration. Glad we did the creepy part first. Right by the creek head, buddy. Looks like we're going away from it now. Bye, creek. Now we're heading northwest. Scared the what's that doing over there? That's the last thing I needed to see. Well, I'm just gonna stop to show you this, and I looked over and I seen that it stuck out like a sore thumb. But this is the same trail, or last year when I tried hiking it, I kind of explained to you, because we figured it out, that when you come across these spots, it's being used as fill. So this was a slope and they used that to fill that. Because as I get to the part of the trail that I've already been to when it was still under construction, I'm like, oh, what are up with these holes? And then it clicked. Oh, so you'll see like a big hole over here, and then 2 minutes later you'll see a big hole over here. Those are the holes they're using to make your walk better. So that explains that mystery. Sorry folks, spoiler alert. That's what I'm talking about. They're not there as a place for you to trip in. You shouldn't be off the trail anyway. What be coming up to where? So they used whatever was going on here. They either took it out and they used it as fill, or there's something there that they thought was going to be a, I'll say, public nuisance. So instead of somebody getting hurt by it, or you know, like whatever reason, they took it out or they used it as fill. Yeah, this is looking like we're going to get into the area he was last in when it was still under construction. Oh, wow. That's a nice place for that brand new bench. Well, I guess I'll stop here for a minute. Enjoy the view. Well, maybe not. It was raining. Ah, screw it. I've already walked at least a mile. Oh. Guess I'll crack open some of the spring water. And you were worried about it raining? Well, I think I found out why it was left alongside the trail. You didn't read the instructions on that? It says spring water. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to stay in the bottle when you open it, now does it? It literally told you spring. It did exactly what it was labeled to do. Spring out of the bottle. Oh, man. And you were worried about getting wet from the rain. No, I'm not going to sit down on that bench. It's been raining. As you cover yourself with water. On camera. What an idiot. Well, of course, if you're squeezing your legs together and squeezing the bottle, yeah, it probably would do that, you stupid moron. Welcome to the video for those who had just showed up. Go back about 2 minutes, you'll see why I'm sitting at this beautiful scenery and making stupid jokes and call myself a freaking moron, you freaking idiot. Any other slander you want to throw at yourself while we're doing this live on camera with this nice beautiful view while you're hiking? Don't forget to explain the wet spot between your legs. Okay, I'm done drinking this water. Let's go. Now you're all wet. Oh no, let's stop and take a drink, he says. Oh, let's drink out of this bottle we randomly found along the trail, he says. This video wasn't full with enough stupid jokes, he says. Go for a hike, it'll be fun, he says, as he pranks himself. It'll be fun, yeah, okay. wearing waterproof boots. Glad they didn't get water on them. That's still disturbing. It's again, it's taken after its mother. Oh my god, this video is gonna go on to do some comedy club or something by the time I'm done with it. Oh, that's kind of creepy. Well, not the burial hole, but the tree across from it. Coming out to another rock wall. I haven't seen one in a while. That rock wall is so perfectly built. Looks like a foundation. I mean, being that meticulous to build it, looks like a foundation. And we're going to follow it all the way back this way now. Loggers, I guess, opened it up. Oh, those are pretty big stones. Like it used to be a thoroughfare. But then I say loggers because you can see where the logging equipment went through here. I don't know why they logged it. It's pretty dense in there. So we're going to follow this all the way this way now. Going through the stone wall. What's the purpose of that? Something was cabled down here. It's no longer cabled, obviously. You can see the stone all the way up that way. Across through. And the stone wall's now on the right side. I haven't seen that green sign in a while. We're going on better than 2 miles right now on this trail. It's definitely a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Right now I'm trying to beat the clock. This tree grew so big around that stone wall, it pushed it out. And you see it's going to go back up that way. The trail is not. Okay, this looks like the spot last year where the trail we hiked as far as it could. This is all looking familiar, I'm hoping. So this is, we'll know shortly when I see that spring in the ground. It should be coming out. Some kind of rock pile there. So just about another 1/4 mile from the end of the trail at the spring. So we're just about there. Here we are. This is where last year we got to up here, and we're like, where'd the trail go? And there's like little pink tape hanging off as I just come across that spot. So we're actually, there's pink tape right there actually. So we're on that side. We should just come up to that spring shortly. And from there it's another 1/4 mile. Running out of battery on the camera, so ain't daylight, so we're picking up the speed just a little bit. Alright, this looks like it might be the spring right here actually. So this is where we were last year, and the trail is now complete. Yep, okay. For those who've seen last year's video on this trail, here's your spring. You hear it's starting to rain, so I'm already covered in water, so if you missed it, no, sorry. Alright, we're going to come up to the end here. Or like right on the ridge, back of a ridge. Hills to each side of the ridge. You look way over there, you can see the CCC camp at the entrance to the area. So that's it, we're coming back out to the beginning. Yeah, it's a good hike. It's going to make the top 5. It's definitely a challenging hike. Lots of nice ups and downs. Got a nice view. It's a good trail. Now that it's complete. Obviously it's a loop trail. So I hope you enjoyed it. Again, as of this recording, I do not know the name of the trail, but it will be in the video. And I looked that same name up a year ago, and we tried hiking it a year ago, and it was a dead end at both ends. But now they did a lot of work this last year, so here we are. Oh, you followed the signs on that, okay. Because if it's a ski trail, you're going to want to come skiing downhill, not uphill. That's why the arrow told me to go that way. But hiking, you know, take the right. It takes you to the creek a little sooner. Yeah. See, I told you to go that way. That's for skiers. If you want to get to the creek faster, take a right. That's where your scenery is. Over here is creepy scary. For a good mile and a half. So if you're here for the creek, you want to take the right spur. This is exactly what you're going to walk into. So, well, hope you enjoyed the video. And then get out of here. Get dried off. So, just B-roll my way out of here, I guess. Thanks for watching. Still surprised you don't have a sign here for it. Is that red trail is the Stonewall Trail. And this is just like a normal drive. But it could be in the works, I'm sure. Everything's well marked, well maintained, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. We still have snow up here too, by the way. Oh yeah. Don't you love that nasty looking color? April 15th. Right? And we still have snowbanks. Did it say 7:30? Oh, you cut that close. Snow, play in it. Go ahead, it's good. Go ahead, kids, jump on that snowbank. Ah. And for those that, I just noticed it, but for those who have been keeping track of the green markers, here you go. Finish the green course, 3.1 miles, no snowshoe marathon. And there's your website. Alright, well, let's see what the red course is. So if that trail's 3 miles, yeah, I believe it. Alright, well, again, at the end of this video, I don't know what trail I just walked down, but by the posting of the video, all the information will be there. So I don't know what this would have been for. I almost say parking lot for the event, but they widened it over there. This might be the starting point where everybody gathers to start the race or something. That's why it's all smoothed out and cleaned up. I don't know.